Let's continue. Now, in order to tell how the demand is working, okay, we know that when prices fall, quantity demanded rises because everybody likes stuff at a bargain. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a schedule. If it's this price, how many would they buy? If it's this price, how many? So you're going to have like a chart that shows how demand changes as price changes.
Can you slow down?
I'm not going to go any faster than you, and you're only adding a couple words here and there, so it's not like you're writing all the notes.
Yeah, but these are big words.
Demand schedule is a numerical chart showing the law of demand. At $1 they'll buy 10, at $2 they'll buy 8, at $3 they'll buy 5. You know, so what you're going to do is have some sort of chart, and then you're going to graph that chart. So it's going to show you the demand curve, what the demand is doing. The demand curves always slope downward from left to right. And underneath here, where you have that space, you are going to put in your demand chart. So what this is showing you is, at the price, you're going to draw this chart. It's always price and quantity demanded. Yes? Yes, that's why you have that space down. At the price of $4, quantity demanded is 1. At $3, people will buy 2. At $2, they'll buy 3. And at $1, they'll buy 4. Okay, so this is your demand schedule. It shows you what people will buy at certain prices. And then you're going to draw your chart, which is going to show you your slope, your demand slope. Price is always on the y-axis. Okay, quantity demanded on the x. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's what the quantity demanded is. And then the prices are 1, 2, 3, 4. So at $4 they'll buy 1. $3 they'll buy 2. At $4 they'll buy 1. So you're going to 1 here, 3 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 4. So it'll give you your slope. This is what always the demand slope looks like. From left to right. It will make a difference when we start doing supply, because supply will go the opposite direction. It will go up. Okay? Because you're going to graph a demand curve. So make sure you understand that this is your schedule. Okay, what people will buy at certain prices, and then you graph that schedule. Does everybody understand that?
Yep.
Okay, it's pretty straightforward graphing, but just so that you understand the relationship between the demand schedule and the demand curve. I'm sorry?
You have to draw a graph every time.
No. On the assignments, the graph is provided for you. The last thing we're going to talk about in this particular section is market demand. Okay? When you did your demand curve right there, that was for an individual person. Say you're looking at video games. What's the new video game that just came out? I'm sorry? Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so, we're looking at one person and their demand for video games. Okay, now, suppose you're looking at the entire market for video games. Okay, and we're going to say in this market there's 3 people. Obviously, there's millions of people, but we're going to say 3 people.
2 million?
Just 3. It's easier to deal with on a smaller scale. Hunter? Okay? At $10, Nicole will buy 2, Dylan will buy 1, and Lindsay will buy 3. Okay, now we're dealing with more than one person. We're dealing with what we consider a market.
I would Lindsay want to.
What are they buying?
Doesn't matter.
CDs.
They could be buying DVDs,
No, it's just CDs.
CDs, that's fine. Now, each person would have their own individual demand curve, just like you would. I mean, at certain prices, you'll buy certain amounts of things. Please pay attention because you're going to have a question on this, and the person who asks me about it is going to get a 0 on the question. In order to get a market demand curve instead of an individual demand curve, all you have to do is add the 3 curves together. Not sure why it says tax and so for each individual person, they all have their own demand curves. But if you want to know how the whole market's doing, you just add all the curves together. And that will give you the CD market or the computer market or the car market rather than an individual. You add all the curves together, that gives you the market demand.
How much
Kyle?